Hi guys, so today I think I'm going to review the Gemini milk carton sets. This I did pick up from HSN. However, I believe they're on Crafter's Companion now. I think they had a whole bundle. I could be mistaking them because they bring out the same thing. So like I was going to show you guys something else in just a minute. And Crafter's Companion site itself has them now in bundles or just by themselves, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. So I don't remember if this is one of them, because I've been watching, I haven't been watching, I'm not really ordering from Crafter's Companion because they're always messing up my orders, so like I was just going to give them some time to kind of get it together, and I didn't know, I hear the same thing from a lot of you guys, so it's hard for me to watch the shows a lot of times because like, well, you know, what am I watching for? But I do like watching, you know, to get ideas for the stuff I already have. So if I have any links, there will be affiliate links, which means that if you click on those and you purchase from them, that I will make a small commission. The reason I say is because there's a couple things I want to show you that I have here that I was going to review soon, but I know are available on CraftStash now. And CraftStash is a company out of the UK, so I'll have the link there for you guys. So it's still going to take a minute for your orders to come in, but people love them. So it's not the same kind of things you hear from Crafter's Companion. And like right now, these textured corners, I told you guys I was dying for these. I was waiting for these to be on HSN whenever Sarah had showed them. And I don't remember exactly how much I paid for these for, and they have an auto ship. They're on CraftStash right now, and they're $7, just over $7 each one. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely check them out there if, you know, that's what you would like to do. I know they also have now the On the Edge stamp and die sets, and if you remember, those are the ones that had like a little mouse with like a little flower and stuff like that, and they're super cute. And I know on Crafter's Companion, and if you have your, you know, platinum discount, it's still better pricing on CraftStash. On CraftStash, they're just over $10 a set. I think 10.19 or 10 something. I don't know. I just saw it this morning. Just over $10. And on Crafter's Companion, they want 2 for $30. So obviously that's $15 each. And then with your discount, you might get it for 2 for $24. So that's still $12 each, right? And then they have free shipping with a lower amount on CraftStash than Crafter's Companion would have. So I would definitely recommend checking them out there. They also have, they don't have the milk carton and the other stuff yet, but I'm sure they will get it soon. They also have the double-sided Christmas dies if you're interested in that, or if you saw anything about that at a better pricing too. So, and normally I don't compare prices because it's hard for me to like, oh, I'm gonna shop around and then I'll have the link. It's not that easy, but I did see that and I was like, oh, this is way better priced than what they were showing Crafter's Companion. So hopefully I do have my CraftStash video stuff coming in. I don't know if I'll have this video before or after that one, or how I want to do this, because I just released the the picnic box set, so review, should I say. So I don't know, but I'll have the links there, so hopefully it'll be sometime, you know, that it'll make sense that I'm talking about what I'm talking about. But yeah, so definitely check that out. And then what happened is that HSN did not order some of the On the Edge or Over the Edge stamp and dies that were like a fairy and like I think a unicorn, something like that. So they have some special ones that you're not gonna get on HSN anyway. So really cute. And those are the ones I, to be honest, I prefer. I want the mouse, and then I want the fairy for sure, and then some of the other fun ones. So anyway, and then some people didn't like the way HSN had them paired up, like the 2 sets that they had paired up. They're like, I like one, but I didn't like the other one, so I didn't order it at all, you know. So there's your chance. So with this one, what's funny about the packaging for the picnic die, and I might have seemed confused because I was confused. I'm like, the pictures on here, you would think that the stuff that they show here is in here, but it's not. That probably comes in another set. This is all dies, there's no stamps. So this looks like the garden set that will come up later. And then it has all these little things to make like shingles or whatever. But that wood texture is not going to be from this, right? Because there are no stamps in here. And so we have that. The milk carton basic set, and somebody asked me to put these on the Gemini plate. These will not fit the Gemini plate, as you can see here, Gemini Junior. So it's for the large Gemini, the Gemini Junior, or the Gemini Go will not work. The reason I was able to cut it on my Anna Griffin Empress is because the Empress is bigger. The basic plates are bigger than the Gemini Junior, so that's why I used that. But I will show you that in a minute. So that's the milk carton, and then it comes with the first set. This is from HSN. You can't get it on the auto ship now. I don't think you can pick these up on their site now. I don't think they're there. But celebrate your day, and it's just like a little set that has. Why is this lighting always so bad up high, but down here? birthday gal or boy, and it has like cupcakes and macaron, it looks like. Congratulations, bubbly stuff, a little bow. Again, I think the other side had a bow. And then the dies to go along with that. I do like the what's this stuff called? Like streamer confetti type thing has a die. There's no stamp for it because you just cut this out, but that's really cute. What else is on there? A strawberry. Oh, there's a strawberry and a cherry. Candle. Very cute. So we'll do the basic construction. I'll try to do a little dressing up of it, but like, this is kind of random. And we'll go from there. So let me grab some base paper and I'll think about how, I don't know if I want to make it like this. Yeah, maybe. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I just have some basic white paper from Recollections here. And I'm going to put this up to the side. And then I guess we're going to do this, but we're going to have to cut these out on our own, the mats, so I'm going to have to measure them and let you know kind of what measurements we have there. So again, just basic white Recollections paper. Let's open this guy up. Oh. So yeah, so you can get everything already. You don't have to wait for the auto ships. The auto ship pricing, I think, is basically typical of what the full price that they're going to be charging for it. But, you know, you can always get things on sale or with discounts. So, I don't know. But, I mean, I guess you're guaranteed it. I guess that's one thing with auto ship. But, you know, I always like the auto ships. But with Crafter's Companion, I have a different feeling about that. Because, like, with Diamond Press, you know they're not going to come out with it on their site or whatever, or for a different pricing, right? So, with Crafter's Companion, I'm like, I don't know. Okay, because like I said, you can always find it other places. Okay, so we have the milk carton thing here, and then, like I said, somebody asked if I would show these. I think she meant if it works, but, you know, no, yeah. I don't say maybe, but no. It's because, look at this edge right here, and then this edge over here. I don't know, it's hard to tell. Even if you lined it up, it's not going to go through the machine. I don't know. I guess you could try to get it really close to this edge, run it through, you know, and then the next time put it really close to this edge and run it through, but you have to have it just so, or else this thing's going to scrape the side and you're going to be in big trouble. So I just wouldn't do it on this one. I know sometimes I will do that, like if it doesn't quite work, I'll kind of go this way and this way, but the clearance is as such that I don't think it would work out very well. So I'm not going to even try that. But I'm going to fire up the Impress. But I suppose if you have it, then you can try it. I don't know. Let me see how long this is. Yeah, we have to do our paper this way. So you basically need 2 sheets or else you're going to run out of room there. And I guess I don't have to trim this down because the Impress will accommodate the width of the paper, but I'm just going to cut it down a little bit. And people ask why I use the Empress, because it's right next to me. She does not have as big a footprint as the Gemini, the large Gemini, so that's kind of why I like to have Empress here. She sits right next to my workspace right here. And, oh, let me see something else. So for this one, you see the width is there, but the length isn't quite there. So I will show you what I mean by running it through twice. So I'm definitely going to tape this because I don't want it to move. And again, I do have the extended plates for the Impress, but I'm just not going to bring them out. On your Gemini Junior, this will be no problem because the plates are huge, right? It'll take it right in, no problem. But like I said, I'm going to stick this down just because I don't want us to move at all. And you could run it through twice this way if you want to go this way, you know. Maybe that's what I'll do. That way it's a little less problematic over here. And I have my metal plate, magnetic plate, top plate. I'm going to run it through this way. And then we're going to run it through with the rest of it. So that's what I said. There is a way to do this if you had smaller plates like this Empress, but not in the other direction. The Gemini Junior is so tight, there's no way. I'm just going to turn it this way so you can see it cut through pretty much all of that, but this top part is still missing. So it's basically like partial die cutting. I'm going to leave most of it hanging out and just the piece that I need cut up here, just in case it shifts. I don't want to put too much to recut. And then run that. So it's only going to cut where the plates are, and where the plates aren't, just like in partial die cutting, it's not going to do anything, right? Where the full sandwich is. So there. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing for the second piece. Okay, so I just cut that second piece. And there it is. So what I'm gonna do is measure these pieces. So if you're gonna put mats in it, like in the picture, basically these portions here are gonna be matted up. So they are just under they're like 2 7/8 inches wide. Okay, and they're both the same, so that's good. And at least there's no difference there. So it's a square. So 2 7/8. Let me write this down. Nope, see, that's the wrong side. And I'll use the lightest thing you can ever see. Hold on, let me get a different pen. So 2 7/8. And by, I would say, 3 5/8. So I do like working at 1/8 of an inch when something's small like this, but if you don't want to do that, you can go by quarters, but you're still gonna have an 1/8 of an inch like to deal with, right? So the first mat, the largest mat, because I'm gonna put 2 just like they have in the picture and be a little extra, I'm gonna do at 2 5/8. So 2 5/8 by 3 3/8. So there's only an 1/8 of an inch on either side around. We'll show you that in a second. And then the mat that goes on top of that, the second mat, is going to be 2 3/8 by 3 1/8. I know it's a bummer because it's those little tiny things, but I'm going to go ahead and cut the mats just so I have it ready. Oh, that would have been a nice transition, but I was going to keep talking and I had a little cough. So I'm going to cut these down and then we'll stick the box together so that I think I'm going to stick the mats on before I put it together just so I can really stick them down, and then we'll decorate it. Okay guys, so before we really get started, I just want to show you the instructions here. It says score and fold along the score lines. The top section of each panel should be scored and folded as shown, and it's not really as shown very well, so that's fine. But basically we're just going to score these. I'm going to score these in and just kind of use common sense, I suppose, on this part, because obviously this is going to be folded inwards, right? This kind of thing. And then this top part, like a little milk carton, if you ever look at them, this little area, that triangle shape, should be folded in. So it's all basically going to go in, right? Like this. Oh, interesting. This part does its own thing. We'll have to see about that. And then this part's going to fold backwards on itself there. So kind of in like that. Okay, so hopefully you can kind of see what I'm working with here. I'm going to lay this down flat again, and I'm going to stick all these guys down. And I would rather use a wet glue because there's a lot going on, and I'd rather just stick it down with some wet glue. But I want these to set up quick. So I'm kind of holding it down, putting my fingers so I can eyeball this a little bit better. Okay, and I cut them at the same size that I said I would here. If you're not good at matting, again, use a wet glue so you have some time to kind of mess with it a little bit. But I'm going to stick these down right now. I'm going to do the same thing for both panels. I'll fold the other one and stick these down just like this. And again, one over the other. This is just some Churro Pearl from a pack. I do not have links for these. I've talked about that every time why I don't have links for them, because they're bundle deals that Crafts Companion only has live for like 2 days and then they completely remove it. So there is no link. So I'm going to do the same thing for both and I'll be right back. Okay, and I think I'm going to assemble today's box with a dry glue because I wanted to go faster. And I didn't really like the way the tacky glue warped the paper, because that's what tacky glue does. It's just how it is. And I guess I could use my Collall, this one, but I just don't feel like it. So what I'm going to do is stick these down. Now I showed you in the last video how to make it so that you don't see these little tabs, so it just looks nicer and neater. So again, I'm just going to take some glue, and of course you can do your wet glue. Wet glues always hold better when you're making boxes. On this one I'm going to go ahead and tuck that under and just line that up really nicely so it doesn't shift on me. And maybe get a bone folder here. Okay, I'm just really getting that. And supposedly the Crafter's Companion tape runners activate better when you give it some friction, is what they say. I don't know. Okay, so that's one. And then this one, instead of putting this inside like I did on this one, I'm going to put it behind in the back, okay? Because that way when I put this on top of this, it's gonna hide all those little squares. Oh, I think Miranda's awake. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so I put the glue on this side. So we bring this over like this. And again, give it some of that friction. To be honest, for this one, I don't think it's a bad idea to use the dry glue because it's not really gonna come apart. And then basically this one that's nice and flat, there's nothing going on where this one has that little triangle. We're gonna put it in here and in here. Now, this is interesting because the way it's cut, it really should have an angle this way. The paper wants to do it itself. I don't know if you see that. There's a score mark here, but it really wants to score itself this way because when it bends that way. But either way, it doesn't matter. I'm trying to think of if I want to glue. That's probably what I'll do. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this down. I'm going to put this on the edge of my table. Sorry, I'll show you right now because the way I did it, I have to... And usually I stick to what's on here, but it's already kind of weird in those instructions, so I'd rather not. So all I did was run my glue down this edge. And I'm going to stick two of these together. And that way I can deal with this before I stick it together, and there's only one persnickety edge that I have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Trying to keep this nice and... Okay. Right, we don't want this to come apart. Aw, that looks interesting. And then we're just gonna slide this here, and then I only have to deal with this guy. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my tape on this edge. I'm just gonna put it on the edge of my table so I can get this flat. I'm just laying it flat on the edge of my table. And then we need to put glue on the side that has the little stuff. Again, wet glue would be great. I really want to get on these edges because those are the ones that would come up if it was to come up. You know what I'm saying? On this side, it's not going to come up. So now I'm going to bring it together, and that's basically it. So I'm going to bring this over here. And I'm going to deal with this edge before I deal with the bottom, because the bottom, obviously, it's going to do its own thing. Just want to get this lined up nicely before I really squish it. That looks pretty good. And I'm going to turn it on its side and really press down again. Okay, and the very bottom will squish, but it's kind of hard to get my hand in there, so I'm just gonna make sure with something that will reach down in there. Maybe the back side of this bone folder. This is adorable. Not too hard to make. It's actually pretty easy, and it feels super sturdy with these extras. And then, of course, the bottom is super reinforced. And then you just push it, and you have your little carton. And there's a little hole here, so you can put a ribbon or whatever you want to do to tie that up. So the other day when I made my other one, I hadn't paid attention to everything else that came in here. So if you want to do the window and you wanted to cut it out, you should have cut it out already, or cut it out on the mat. Whatever this is. What is that? Oh, you know what? No. I was saying these might be reinforcements, but no, it's... I don't know what it is. This is interesting. Oh, I guess it's for the door. So you have your door, and then if you want the door to be cut out with little windows, see, you can do that. You can set it up there. And then you have your shingles, and you can cut out window just by itself. I guess you wouldn't cut it into the box because it's going to cut out a complete hole. Do you see what I'm saying? This is just to make a little, like a cute little topper window, basically. Just the outline. So, really cute. Already, just the basic stuff. Here, there's a tag, there's a banner, you know, fun things like that, the word love. And I'm going to use the little... shingles because why not? I didn't do it last time, so you kind of see those in action in the other box. And I don't think it's really necessary for this box because this doesn't make sense, right? You know what'd be cute is you made this into a she shed, right? With like some of the other things. But anyway. Oh, do they have one called she shed? Another thing about it? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to make these for no reason other than I didn't do it last time around. And so I'll do some of those and then, you know, cut out some of this other stuff. So I don't even need this open yet still. Okay, so I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna run it through probably just my marquee and cut out some pink and some purple. Run it through one time on pink paper, run it through one time on purple paper, and I'll be right back. Pieces here. Oh, the first one doesn't. There we go. And I am going to go ahead and glue these with wet glue, and I'm going to use my all-purpose glue. But you can stick them down however you like. I'm kind of debating if I want to finish up this box. This is a basic construction, obviously, and I gave you the numbers, you know, for your mats. I think that's important. Because the kids are up now, and I'm not really motivated by what's in this little pack here. It's cute, but again, I'm just not sure that I wanted to use it right now, or how I want to use it. So I'm going to leave it alone. I think I'm not going to use these. It's not the biggest deal. It's just stamping and cutting just like you would do anything else, and just layer it up or put them on there the way you would like. So this is the super basic construction of this box is what I'll do today. And so just put the purple and the pink. And I'm just kind of laying these one over, not on top, but like next to each other, and then I'll mess with it if it needs to be jumbled. But it looks like they're made so that they go straight across each other. And again, that's kind of what the charm of the wet glue here. I'm kind of holding this up so I know where to butt it up to. That helps out. And they are perfectly lined up there. So I'm going to let this dry a little bit. I'll do the exact same thing on this other side. I just put a ribbon through here just so you can see with the pictures of it closed. But really, really cute. I think it's adorable. The other sets, especially, that go over it. I think this is my favorite, better than the little box. I don't know. I always like the little box, the little gable box. But this one just takes the cake. It's so cute, and there's so much that you can put in here. So even a cupcake would fit in here if you did it with some glassine, or put at least something around it to protect your paper so it wouldn't just have grease, unfortunately, coming through. But thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, please leave them there. And yeah, you need a bigger machine to cut these. So, links for anything that I can think of, especially like the textured corners and the other on the edge dies, will be in the description box. Again, like I said, those will probably go to Craft Stash. It seems more accessible to more people and all that kind of stuff, and the pricing is better. So, all right, guys, I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.